I'm Lisa Graviel. I'm a dairy farmer here in Peach Bottom, Pennsylvania. We're milking right now a little more than 700 cows, all Holstein, which are the black and white cows.
My name's Claire Kaufman, and this is Kaufman's Fruit Farm in Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania, Lancaster County. My great-grandpa Amos planted the first trees in 1911, and interestingly at that time the neighbors thought that his choice to plant fruit trees was a perfect waste of Lancaster County soil. This is a 100-acre farm here, and we're celebrating our 100th anniversary.
My name's Casey Spate. I'm the executive director of Lancaster Farm Fresh Cooperative. We're a nonprofit organic farmers co-op in Lancaster County. We are in Leola, Pennsylvania. We have 109 member farms in the cooperative. So instead of like one farm producing 100 cases of tomatoes, we'll have maybe 10 farms produce 10 cases and sell that 100 as one.
My name's Cody Musser. We're here at our family business, M&R Grain, Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. We buy and sell local grain from farmers to feed mills and different farmer dairies in the neighborhood.
My name is Rebecca Charles, and I am a dairy veterinarian in Lancaster County. Veterinary medicine just really combines a lot of my loves. I love being outside, seeing the seasons change, going farm to farm, working with farmers. They're very practical, down-to-earth people.
My name is Mark Souter. I am the current president and CEO of Souter Eggs. I am the fourth generation. We sell about 1.5 billion eggs per year. Lancaster County exemplifies agriculture and hard work and quality. When I go out to market the product from the farmers that work with us, to say that we produce a lot of our product right here in Lancaster County is a tremendous marketing value.
There's about 80 goats that we're milking now.
A good number of our goats will do a gallon a day. A few will do a little bit more. We have 3 different types of hard cheese.
Country Meadows Farms is basically 6 farms. We carry grass-fed beef, pastured chicken, and we'll not raise hogs. We schedule all the butchering that goes through Smokers Meats in Mount Joy, and then they will deliver to market on market days.
In Lancaster County is interesting because you have such a density of livestock agriculture. You get the meat products, you get the protein sources like poultry, you get the eggs, dairy products, all of that is found in Lancaster County. But it's also within a short day's drive of 100 million people who eat 3 times a day.
I have a restaurant here in the center of the city, and I'm able to take advantage of everything that is produced, grown, sourced, harvested in Lancaster County, and I get first dibs before that leaves and heads to menus that promote the fact that it's Lancaster or Amish in Philadelphia, in DC, Baltimore, New York City. We're the source.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 10.
Today we're at the Leola Produce Auction. So here at the auction we have a wide variety of farmers. We have a lot of old order Amish that farm with horses. We have a lot of old order Mennonite farmers that farm with steel-wheeled tractors. And we have a lot of what we call English farmers as well. Everybody wants local produce, and we're local for a lot of people. So the auction has worked well as a collection point for those small farmers to bring their product together so that the buyers aren't having to go to 1,000 different farms around the county. I'm Jeff Stoltzfus. I'm the adult ag instructor with the Eastern Lancaster County School District. I work with farmers in the eastern and southern part of the counties. To be a farmer, you really have to be an expert in a lot of fields. The conversations are at a college level with a farmer when you're talking about plant diseases. You have to understand insect life cycles, so you have to be an entomologist. Of course, you have to be an ag engineer to keep all the equipment working, and you have to understand what things to grow, what things you're good at growing, so you need to be an agronomist. You have to understand animal husbandry, the upcoming food safety regulations. You almost need to be a lawyer and a food scientist as well.
When I see the orchard, I don't just see trees and grass. There's just a whole lot of interactions out here that I love and that really give me a lot of life.
I was just married last October. And when I started dating my now husband, when he found out I was a dairy farmer, he absolutely, and this is like 2012, he thought I went out to the barn with my 3-legged stool and milked a cow. He seriously thought that. So when he came here and I showed him this farm, his eyes were just...
This is not your grandfather's farm anymore.
Farming has changed dramatically in the last generation, and Lancaster County farmers have been on the forefront of that innovation.
We have GPS in our tractors. We don't even have to steer. We just press a button and it goes by itself.
Hoover was started in a real small building here in the little town of Intercourse in 1941, and now stands at 9 locations across 4 different states. But most of the corporate employees are here at Intercourse. The Ag Training Center was something that we developed back in about 2007 with the sole purpose of going out and actually training our individual farmers, training our individual technicians.
I went to college for what they call agricultural systems technology. I graduated from South Dakota State University in 2014. I wanted something that was still working with farmers and working with producers on a direct level.
We have Penn State University obviously doing agriculture work, and Delaware Valley University as well, where you can get an ag degree. But there's about maybe 900 people that are graduating from those 2 schools in the course of a year, when we're really needing thousands of people. One of the things that I think Pennsylvania has that is very unique is that we have a very robust high school agriculture education program.
So in Lancaster County, we have 10 ag programs. So we do a beef, sheep, and swine class. We do poultry and dairy. We do veterinary science throughout. Students can do plant science. So they can do landscaping, flower design, and biotechnology. We teach environmental science now and all the different things that come into making agriculture successful.
The fair has provided me with a ton of agricultural cool stories, from seeing youth enter things, win ribbons from livestock on up to vegetables.
To show the kids too, not just the cows.
I'm Heidi Stoltzius, and we're at the Solanco Fair, and I just showed 2 Jersey cows.
People still want to be connected to the land. There's no doubt about it.
My cow is not well behaved.
Love the animals, love the growing the crops and driving the tractors. And as we've grown, there's definitely more managing that has to happen. But I've enjoyed taking on that part of it as well.
I'll tell people I live on a farm, they're like, whoa, cool. Like, do you ride your cows? No. I like to tell people I live on the farm because then they understand more of where I come from, like work ethic I have, and that comes from living on a farm.
First of all, agriculture provides beautiful vistas like the one behind me, and that's one thing that I think everyone can enjoy, whether you're in agriculture or not.
The bucolic scenery of Lancaster County farmland is a foundation of the county's tourism industry.
Suddenly you're in this green fantasy land of American agriculture with, like, barns, old barns and silos and cows, and it's really wonderful. And in the city we get disconnected from that. And so coming out here really is a reminder, and it really is so close to New York, and that's one of the things we love about it.
Well, 20 years ago, we were just a dairy farm, and we got the idea of doing this educational program on our farm with this corn maze about agriculture.
People get to see the basic farming concepts, have a little bit of fun, and walk away saying, we understand that farming is work, and this is what gets put on our table. They understand that it's just not going to the store and buying something. Somebody actually has to work very hard to get it to that store.
The value of product coming off of Lancaster County farms ranges from about $1.2 to $1.4 billion annually. It's a multiplier effect of easily 3 to 4 times, which is a very significant economic driver for the county.
My name is Bob Shear, and we're in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. We have approximately 5,000 pigs here with the addition of my son's hog house. We'll raise approximately 15,000 pigs a year for Hatfield quality meats.
They use everything from the pig except the squeal.
Here in Lancaster County, we produce more eggs than any other county in the entire U.S. We are working with over 120 farms to bring the amount of eggs that we process together to take them out to the market, from Maine to Georgia to Michigan.
Within Lancaster County, there are about 110,000 dairy cows, so that's about a fifth, roughly, of what the entire state of Pennsylvania holds.
The amount of feed that we manufacture, it takes about 175,000
acres of soybeans and 235,000 acres of corn ground to produce the amount of product that we need to manufacture. So we're very intimately integrated into the farm community and what they're producing. Generally, a farmer can earn more income if they have some type of animal production on their farm. Whether it's from meat animal production or eggs or milk, you can have a multiplier factor that on that same amount of ground, you can produce more income for the farm, and they can be more sustainable.
New Holland Agriculture is a great story. The brand started right here in New Holland, Pennsylvania, 120 years ago. At that time, we got into very small ag implement tools. Then we moved into some small engines. Then the New Holland self-tying small square baler. Introduced in the 1940s, it revolutionized how people bale their hay crops and really took the brand from a small local producer to a national and then the global producer that it is today.
You have this ag heritage that we've had where people know a lot of stuff, and the stuff that they know has gotten translated into bigger and bigger contexts. So now it's not that we just know how to grow food, but we know how to make machinery, we know how to package the food and send it out. That's what's attracting companies to come here.
Commercial farming, you have the family farm, county fairs, the food markets, the auctions, the corner stand. They all work together to create an environment where there's something for everyone. That's unique to Lancaster.
The good thing about Lancaster County agriculture and the farming community and the industry that is an outgrowth of that is the stability it provides to our local economy, which is good for every Lancaster County resident.
We need an awful lot of people just to do the day in, day out work. So farm workers are very, very important.
Los empleados aquí están como familia. Hispanic employees here have been with us for over 10 years. They have families here. We know their kids. I help them with school papers.
I marvel at Lancaster County sort of has this culture of acceptance of different forms of agriculture, integration of society and the larger community, industry, residential, retail, agriculture, but they always sort of look at agriculture really as an anchor to the county economically.
Many other ag communities are just hanging on for one more year. We'll see what we can do to make ag successful. In Lancaster, they're very progressive. They're looking to the future. They want to see what they can do to make the farm last for many generations yet to come.
First and foremost, it's about protecting the land because that is what Lancaster County is all about.
Fortunately, we as a county recognized many years ago the importance and value of Lancaster County farmland as a treasure.
Lancaster County leads the nation in farmland preservation, having preserved over 102,000 acres of productive farmland on about 1,300 farms. Lancaster Farmland Trust has preserved 28,000 acres on 455 farms, working almost entirely with Amish and trying very hard to protect their culture as well as their farmland.
This is a really optimal climate to grow a lot of things because of the amount of rainfall we get and when we get it.
So you put water and nutrients together and you're going to have an issue. And for us, I think in production agriculture is how do you manage that? 90% of the upper bay is all the Susquehanna River. Is that you have to really be mindful those nutrients are not just sort of in your local tributary, they're finding their way south.
We are regulated very heavily because of the size of our operation. For us, we don't look at them all as regulation, we look at them as benefits. Our conservation practices have an economic value to them, and this is what's so important. Here we just had 2.5 inches of rain last night, and the ground looks as good as gold with our conservation practice there. After you no-till for a couple of years, your soil kind of gets like full of roots, and it's kind of like a sponge. There's about 700,000 gallons of manure underneath that cover. The gas is going through these pipes over these white pipes here and going over into the generator there to make electricity for approximately 200 homes.
I think it's one of the great developments of the last 10 years is this resurgence and people wanting to know about the food system.
If you think about the Lancaster County brand, that means to people quality, it means purity, it means concern, for how we grow the product. That's part of the Lancaster County brand. It is a competitive advantage, to have that.
When I think of Lancaster County agriculture, I think of really good corn on the cob.
Food stability is really critical. We can't have political stability in our world without food stability. So I think it's a big challenge for our young people, but I think we have a lot of opportunities right here in Lancaster County.
We absolutely, in the next 10 years, need more farmers. You have to start there.
I mean, I always liked ag, but drew me back here is I like knowing all your neighbors and working with the same people and that small town feel.
California's not the only one with happy cows.
It's in people's blood, and it's what makes this place so special.
We cannot have sort of the bounty we have in the state from an agricultural standpoint without the bounty of Lancaster County. Great job.